So let's start by doing some stretching. Very light stretching while sitting down. Okay, so it has been like now 12 o'clock. So it may be you have been sitting down and then, looking at a computer um, and or looking at our handphone, so our neck might be very stiff. So let's just rotate. Just make some, turn your neck, your head towards your shoulders, like letting your ears touching the shoulders if you can, and feeling the stretch over here, and feel. So when we are doing this, you're not competing with anybody. Just do what you can, but feel the body, feel the stretch. Now let our head come back to the middle, and we'll go to the other side. If you want, you can use your hand to help you. And feeling the stretch. Okay, come back to the middle, and we'll bend forward. Let the chin touch your chest, and then we bend backward, looking at the ceiling, feeling the stretch in our neck, sensing our neck. So now we'll make a rotation, a big rotation, like using your head to draw a circle. 1, 2, 3, and now the other way, to the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So before we go for our mindfulness practice, maybe we will do some exercise, even still be seated. Let your front part be a little bit more spacious. And so a lot of exercise we tend to do just one way. So it's also good for us to do a cross way, right? So it's like, for example, we can do this. My left elbow will be touching, okay? Yeah. Okay, so you all can continue to do that. And yeah, so that is a good way to help us to be more connect and, having a cross way rather than just one way, the parallel way. Okay. Okay, so our mindfulness at sunset, tentatively we are stopping in line with the phase 2. So this is what we have planned, yeah? Okay, so let's start our mindfulness practice. I think by now, if you have attended all our sessions, or you have been our students, or you have been practicing mindfulness, some of the things that we have is some obstacles, right? Obstacles when we are doing what happened. Sometimes when we find that when we are doing, supposed to sit and observe our breath, and end up our mind may be wandering off, and each time we are supposed to bring it back. Yeah. So there are some obstacles that is, we may be thinking about something, we may be thinking about we want to do something, right? So it's just like, oh no, after this mindfulness at lunch, I'm going to cook lunch or something like that, or must go out and tapao or something like that, right? Or sometimes we also get distracted by things that we don't want. So I think it has been challenging for all of us who have been working from home, especially if we're at homes. There are so many people, including the children, that need to learn from the online class, and then you work from home. So with the limited space that we have at home, we may be bumping into each other. We don't want this, we don't want that. Okay, so it's want and not wanting. And also sometimes we also doubting ourselves, sure or not, I'm doing this, is it right? You know, everybody seems to be able to get it. Have I done it right? Right. So and also we tend to become very restless. The restlessness is now we have been, there are really just too many things, right? I think when I was young, our information that given to us is very limited. So you just either get it from your parents or from go to the school, and from the teachers, or maybe sometimes your friend will tell you. Okay, that's all. So, but now it's so different. Every other time, everybody can send you so many things, so many information. And sometimes we also get bored with all this. So because when it's interesting, exciting, we get stimulated and then we will focus there. So, but when things are not, then we get bored, then we get restless. Okay, so that is actually what is happening, right? So for us to, when we learn mindfulness, it's really how are we able to stay in the present moment and experiencing the present moment. Okay, so so all these obstacles that I talked about, we can talk about it at a later time after the session, but let's try and just notice, are there some thoughts that is because you're wanting something? Are there some thoughts that you don't want something? Are there some thought that is like, oh, just get distracted by sound, by maybe footsteps, people screaming, and or maybe also doubting, oh, sure or not, should I spend this 30 minutes here doing nothing? Okay, so it's an experience. Let ourselves learn how to turn inwards and and in a way train ourselves to be able to stay in the present moment. Okay, so if you can, I invite all of you to close your eyes, and we'll adjust our position. Let both your feet be flat on the floor, the buttock seated on the chair or the couch, and allow our back to be straight, like sitting tall, but not too rigid. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. Allowing, bringing our mind to come back to the body. Just observe what is happening inside your body. After the light stretch, Maybe there are some bodily sensation, whether you can sense your heartbeat. Maybe also observe your facial expression. Is there a frown? Maybe there are some thoughts or some emotions. Just allow it to be here. We will now tune our attention to our breath. Our breath is actually our best friend. It's always here for us. So we'll observe our breath, maybe at the nostril. Observe how the air coming in and out of our body through the nostril. In and out. Now bring our attention right to the middle of our body, at our abdomen, and observe how when we breathe in, our abdomen wall will rise. When we breathe out, abdomen wall will fall in and out, right down at the abdomen without breathing. Sometimes you realize that our mind may just wander off, no longer follow the breath. Do not judge yourself. Just notice that where did your mind go? Is it want to do something or not wanting to do something? Or get disturbed by something? And slowly, just gently guide your mind back to your breath with kindness. Or if you wish, you would like to focus on your chest And observe when we breathe in, our lungs will expand. And when we breathe out, our lungs will constrict. In and out. Just observe the breath wherever you find easy to. We only just need to observe the breath, not trying to change the breath. There's no need to be the breath to be in certain ways. Just allow it to be. In and out. Each time when our mind wanders off, just acknowledge where does it go and gently take it back to the breath, to the present moment. If you wish, we could also focus on the entire duration of the inhalation and the exhalation. Breathing in from the nose, feel the air at the back of your throat, let go into your lungs, rise of abdomen more, exhalation of abdomen wall for air coming out from your lungs, to the back of your throat, and coming up from the nostril. In and out. The whole duration. It's like as if you are traveling with your breath all the way in and all the way out. So we are now savoring our breath, breath by breath. Just enjoy that. With gratitude that our lungs are functioning. We do not need a ventilator, and we are breathing on our own. Now, let's expand our awareness from the breathing to the entire body. Breathing to the entire body. Our head, neck, shoulders, hand, torso, pelvic, buttock, thighs, the lower part of legs, and our feet. Just expand our awareness to the entire body. The entire body, the entire space that our body occupies. Enjoying the spaciousness inside your body. If we can, we try to expand our awareness out of our body. And your awareness inside your body and outside your body, separated by the skin of your body. We are going to the next few moments of our practice. Let your awareness now focusing back to your breath, coming back to your breath. Just observe how the breath happens, breath by breath. Now let's focus 3 more breaths at the nostril. At the end of the 3rd breath, before you open our eyes, just feel, just sense, how are you feeling now? And you know that even when you open your eyes, go to the next moment in your life, you can always achieve this by just focusing on your breath. Now I invite you to open your eyes.